This video will go over step by step on exactly how to upload YouTube videos on Autopilot with only 3 components to this workflow inside n8n. It starts with a Google Drive trigger that can detect any new files being uploaded. And then we have a batch split node that can loop through all of the files that have been uploaded and upload them one by one, add the descriptions, tag, title, and then also delete the videos that were uploaded to clean up the Google Drive. And then finally, it finishes up with a notification message using Telegram. So now let's take a look at our Google Drive trigger. This particular trigger would detect any changes made to a specific folder every minute. You can set this to every hour, every day, every week. You can also add your own Cron expression. But for this example, we're going to set it at every minute. We already have our Google Drive account connected. If you don't know how to do that, there is another video which I can link in the description. In this case, we already have a Google Drive folder created for this tutorial. So for here, it's going to be triggered on changes involving a specific folder. In this case, it's going to be this folder. Any file that gets dropped in here, any file that gets uploaded inside of this folder will get triggered every minute. Okay, and then for the options, we're going to select all. So to test this workflow, we're going to drop in this test upload draft video. So now we have our file uploaded. Now let's fetch the test. You should be able to grab the information we just uploaded, which is the test upload draft video, which is this right here. Now we have that. Now we know that the trigger is working. Now the next node is going to be to download the video. So we have a Google Drive node called download. In this case, we already have the account connected. For the source, we're going to hit File, and for the operation, we're going to select Download. And for the file that we want to download, we can simply reference the file ID from the previous node, which we can go to the Schema tab and go down to find the ID that's associated with that video file. It's this one right here. So you will simply drag the handlebar into the expression. So now let's test the step. Google Drive should be able to output a binary file just like this for you to download. Now that we have that, the next thing we're going to do is to add a batch split node. Now you don't need this if you are just uploading one video at a time, but let's say that you dropped in 10 videos. And you can't just upload 10 videos all at once onto YouTube. You have to upload one by one. So this is where we have to use a batch split node. So you can process each one of them through this loop. And inside of this loop, we are uploading that video to YouTube, add the description, add the tag, optimize the title, and then update the video. And then go back to Google Drive to delete that video that we just uploaded so we can keep everything clean. And then it's going to loop back to grab the second video to upload. And the process will repeat until all of the videos have been uploaded. Inside the batch split node, we are choosing batch size to be 1. That means 1 video at a time. So here on the YouTube node, we have already connected to our YouTube account. And for the operation, we're selecting upload. For the resource, we're going to hit video. And for the title, this is where we have to, actually let's go back and hit test on the batch split node. You should be able to grab this file right here into the loop branch. Now that this file is being staged to be ready to go on YouTube, now let's open up our YouTube node. Select upload, and the video you're going to upload is this right here. So you will go to Schema, So this, you will reference the previous node, which is the batch split node, and you're going to find that video file, which is this one right here. You will drag that ID into the title area as an expression, and this is going to reference that video that YouTube is going to upload. And then for the region code, just choose wherever you are. For the category, for this one, we're going to just use how to. And for the input data field, leave this as data, because we have this file that's binary and it's data. Okay, so just leave that as data. And for the options, I choose to toggle on embeddable. And then privacy status, I have set it to private because we are doing this as a tutorial, as a test. Now that you have this, now let's hit test step. You should be able to upload that video onto our test account, which is this one right here. If we refresh the page, you're going to see that video being uploaded like that. Okay? Now let's go back to our n8n workflow. Now that we have a successful upload, the next thing we're going to do is to create the description tag and optimize the title. Somehow we cannot create those things before the upload, but we can do it. We can upload the video first and then create those and then just update the video, if that makes sense. If you're watching this, you might have to save this video and watch this a couple more times to get more proficient at knowing exactly what this workflow is doing. Now for the description, I simply added a prompt that says, help me write a keyword optimized description for this video. Which video? The video that we are referencing from the looped over item, which is this one right here. So we simply drag the handlebar into the prompt. Okay, so basically in plain text, it looked like this. Help me write a keyword optimized description for this video. Keep it extremely concise, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now we hit test. And ChatGPT is going to write the description for this video. And in this case, we're using 4.0 as the fastest and the cheapest way to do this. Now you see that the description has been created. Okay, right here. And now let's test the next step, which is the tag. It's the same thing. Please generate some YouTube tags that are relevant to this topic. Or please generate some YouTube tags that are relevant to this topic. And we can drag in the video title from the previous node into the prompt area. Only output tags, do not write anything else. And the thing with tag is that if you exceed that 500 character limit on YouTube, the entire workflow will actually fail. So for this workflow, I have set the character limit to 450. If it's just one character over, it's going to stop the workflow. So if it's like 501, then the workflow is going to fail. So to keep it safe, we are going to keep it under 450 characters. And you can copy this and paste that into your workflow. I will leave that in the description. And for the role, we're going to choose user, and then we're going to toggle simplify output. Now let's hit test. This is going to reference the video title and then comes up with YouTube tags. Some people say it doesn't matter, but we're going to just output this data, this metadata, to help us rank as much as possible. So here are our tags. Now the next thing we'll do is optimize the title. Here is the prompt. You can reference this in the description. I will leave that in the description for you to look at and copy it. And basically we're saying the same thing, do this, do that, and then reference this video title, which we can drag the video name from the previous node, from the loop over item node. Now same thing, we're using ChatGPT 4.0, and let's hit test. And you see it has created it has optimized the title. The reason why we do it this way is because sometimes if you have a freelancer that uploads videos with incorrect video title names, or some of the files have misspelling, you don't want to go through them one by one. If they are legible enough for the AI to rewrite them, simply just download those video files and then put them through this workflow. And OpenAI, ChatGPT, is going to help you rewrite that title. If you have, like, let's say, if you are doing like YouTube automation with like 50 videos you have to upload every single day, it is very tedious to manually go edit those titles one by one. So this workflow will take care of that. So now we're going to add a wait node. This one is optional, but I want to give the API call a break so that it doesn't overwhelm the server. So let's wait 2 seconds. And now we can update the video that we just uploaded. And now we can update the video that we have just uploaded. Same thing, we are referencing the video that we have just uploaded. Now for the video ID, we can find that right here from the upload node, which is right here. Okay, it's going to reference that file. And then the same thing with the title. Everything else you want to change, make sure you drag that handlebar into the expression field. And now we have our video updated. We're going to wait 5 seconds. And then it's going to go back into our Google Drive to delete that video before moving on to the next. And you can see that the file has been deleted. Now let's test this entire workflow from start to finish using this trigger. So we're going to save the file and let's activate the workflow. And now this workflow is active. And now let's go into our Google Drive. Okay, here we're going to drag in these 2 files. Once it's finished uploading, and then it's going to be a 1 minute wait. Whenever it detects the new files being uploaded, the trigger will be activated. And now you can see that the trigger has been activated and it's doing the work. Now that we see that the trigger has been activated, now let's go see if the video has been uploaded. And this is our test channel. Right here, the video is uploading. Okay, the first video has been uploaded. Now it's gonna go in and grab the second video. If we refresh, there should be a second video uploaded. Now we have 2 videos uploaded, and inside our Google Drive, those 2 files have also been deleted. And then we have also received a message saying that our videos have been uploaded. And this is exactly how simple it is to set up a Google Drive trigger to detect any changes, any uploads, and then automatically does all of this for you without you having to do this manually. It's going to save you so much time if you are uploading 10 to 20 videos a day. If you enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to watch this one next.